Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we are taking a look at the Giant Loop Buckin Roll Tank Bag System, available at RevZilla.com. So what you're getting with the Giant Loop Buckin Roll Tank Bag System, it's essentially 3 tank bags. You got one little tank bag, and then you got 2 little tank pannier pockets. And really what's going to set this aside from the pannier pocket system from Giant Loop is that you're going to have a harness and an additional 2 liters of storage capacity in a bag that's going to sit on top of the actual tank itself, as opposed to down the sides. So installation for the Buckin Roll Tank Bag System. You're looking at a 1 out of 3 on our BSD, our Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation. Took me about, I'd say 10, maybe 15 minutes to get this installed. And you can see there's still gonna be some dirt remnants all over this thing from us, getting to play around with it. Now, if you're not familiar with Giant Loop is a brand that is synonymous with off-road and dual sport enduro riding. They create products that are super rigorous to hold up to what you throw at it in off-road situations. And because of that, their gear does tend to come at a premium. Buckin Roll Tank Bag System is coming around the $235 price point, and this is going to be a premium of about $135 over the regular pannier pockets. So that's the one thing I would point out, is if you're looking at this and you're thinking that's a lot of money to spend, the pannier pocket system is just around the $100 price point. What you're going to sacrifice is you're not getting the harness and you're not getting the additional 2 liters of storage up top, but it's definitely something to consider depending on how you're looking to outfit your particular dual sport motorcycle. So breaking down how this is going to work, first and foremost, all of the material that you're seeing here uses that same 22-ounce vinyl coated polyester that we've seen throughout Giant Loop's lineup. Really beefy, rigorous stuff. It's going to be water resistant. You're also going to have water resistant YKK zips throughout. And then you're going to have pops or reflectivity, not just on the bags, but also on the harness. And speaking of the harness, that's really the main thing that you're getting over just that pannier pocket system. And you're going to see exactly how this interacts. So with the top bag on this, this is going to sit on top of the harness, and you're going to have dual straps. And I'm going to just undo one of these aluminum buckles. As I pull this out, I want to show you the underneath here, and you're going to see exactly how this one little pocket sits on the harness, and then you can kind of fine tune how that works, because you're going to have MOLLE webbing working throughout the top of this bag and then the bottom of these bags, and you can fine tune exactly where you want those straps to run. Once you open this up, each pocket is simply 2 liters in storage capacity. The top pocket is going to be a little bit wider and a little bit fatter, a little bit more of a squat pocket. And then your pockets that are running down the side, you're going to see a little bit longer, perfect for something like a tire iron. You want to put a spare tube in one side, you're going to have plenty of room to do so. So the harness system you're going to see here is unique in the fact that each of these bags now straps or mounts with a clip to the main harness. So the main harness can stay in place. You're going to put that on, you're going to set it, you're going to forget it, and then the actual individual pockets themselves will mount easily to that main harness. Taking a look at the back of the actual pannier pocket setup for here, you're going to have MOLLE webbing working its way down the front, and it's going to be a nye-like material throughout, along with the binding around the edges. Very secure, very sturdy. And then you're going to have your choice of where you want to run the actual, lower mounting strap for this. And you're going to have 4 different options to fine-tune how you want this to sit on your particular motorcycle. Now that's going to take us right into install. And like I said earlier, on our BSD, or Beard Scale of Difficulty for installation for this piece, it's going to be coming in at a 1 out of 3, something that anyone out there can tackle, and it should take you about 15 minutes in the garage depending on your motorcycle. What I like about the harness is that the harness stays permanently mounted on the bike. And let me just go ahead, I'm going to pull off the other pannier pocket and just set that aside for the time being. Your main harness is going to have one strap in the front that's going to go right around your steering head stem. And then you're going to have 2 straps running down the back, and you're simply going to mount these around a rear part of your frame rail. It makes it very easy to put this on, and then once the harness is in place, you can easily install or remove the side pannier pockets as well as the top tank bag system. With the rear, or the lower part of that pannier pocket, like I said earlier, you have one strap, and this is simply going to run around whatever part you can find. You can either run it, kind of facing towards the front of the tank, or you can run it facing back depending on your tank setup and depending on which bike you're using this with. I installed it on a smaller DRZ 400, and you're also going to be able to use this with something like a bigger dual sport. If you're looking for just a little bit of extra storage on an F800 or a Tiger or an Africa Twin, this is something that would work for that as well. Just keep that in mind. So for riders out there that are, using Giant Loop material or using Giant Loop products, it's really the materials that are being used that set Giant Loop apart. And there's a lot of riders out there that have gravitated towards Giant Loop over the years. If you want more information about those riders and what they're feeling about the Giant Loop products they're rocking on their bikes, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that have already gotten their hands on this stuff and they're out playing with it right now. If you have more questions for one of our gear geeks as to which setup is right for your bike, give them a call at 877-792-9455 or shoot us over an email, cs@revzilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Giant Loop Buckin Roll Tank Bag system. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.